stepping up? Yeah, so it looks like Christina is stepping up.
Oh, nice. Okay.
That was Dennis's wife. This is Dennis's wife. So let's see what we can do.
Yeah, Christina's one of the top players in Philadelphia.
Yeah,
she did really amazing in the qualifying for Selfie Leagues last time. So.
Yeah, she is the woman who put up the 300 and some million on Iron Maiden on free play yesterday.
Okay.
It's an unfortunate drain there. So looks like she's going to be getting used to this game.
Yeah.
So hopefully she can get used to it really quick and then get that score way up there.
These earlier games, it's a lot about making sure you get the ball settled down, and then knowing the rules for the game. Because that instruction card is not really going to help you.
Nope.
It gives you like tips. It's like trying to figure out like a mystery. Like when you read the instruction card, it's like, all right. But yeah.
Did they say how much they want that stuff for?
No, not at all.
So there's this booth next to us that if you own that booth, please come back because you have people here buying all day.
No, he doesn't care. So we have a booth next to us, and the guy has just like abandoned the booth. But I asked him about it earlier, and he said he just emptied out his drawers, and like whatever sells. He doesn't care about taking it home. So
okay,
that's his loss. Going around, okay. Come on, Christina.
Nice.
Yes.
Right there.
Okay.
That's the
Two more
exact shot that we want right there.
Well, 2 more drops to go. 3 more shots to make up to get that bonus topped out. And that was, oh man, that's one of those decisions that you make, and it's just like, like rough.
It's like Chris is gonna be joining us.
Yeah.
Hi. You guys want to swap out?
Yeah. Whatever you want. Here.
Come hang out. I think Matt's gonna get back soon.
Okay.
All right.
We were on Iron for a good while, and we're back on Harlem Globetrotters because we didn't have a queue up on Iron. It's going to be tough because Bo and Karen's put up that ridiculous score.
Yeah, almost 300 million points.
Steve Bowden came for us, but just didn't quite make it.
Oh, man. Well, that's exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah, for this particular machine, let me see if I can adjust that camera, actually. Let's see. Nope, we can't adjust it at all. I'd have to physically move that camera, and I don't want to do that and disrupt the flow of games. So we're going to be a little on the left-hand side here. A little off to the right, I should say. Thank you. All right, so 21,000 points going into ball 3. That's not a great score, but you can certainly come back from it. I watched, Jay, the guy who runs this show, he rolled the score on ball 2 on this game, so it's definitely possible. So, where are you guys chatting from? Where are you from today? How you guys doing? You guys having a good time? We hope so. We got fans taking pictures and stuff, which is always awesome. So yeah, stop by the booth if you're in the Allentown area. If you're coming to this show, come hang out. It's going to be a good time. We're going to have somebody here on the stream shortly who's making a couple unique shooter rods, I believe. So we'll have him on in a minute. We're also going to get a couple players on the stream just to talk about how they're feeling about the machines and that kind of thing. So let's go check in on what do we got down there. We got somebody up on Elvira. We could take a look at Elvira. But actually, let's go take a look at the standings quick. So, currently number 1, we've got Bo and Cairns.
I'm talking to interview guys. I'll be right back.
All right, we've got Bo and Cairns at number 1, Jason Zoller at number 2, Eric Russell at number 3, Alberto Santana on number 4, tied with Steve Bowden. Number 6 is Eric Wagensoner. Number 7 is Bob Choate. 8 is Steve Zoller, tied with CJ Smith. 10 is Elliot Keith. 11th, John Hurd. 12, Lewis Bevins. 13th is Nathaniel Gibson, tied with Adam McKinney. We've got 15th with Ken Rossi and 16th with Levi Naiman. These aren't surprising, I don't think. And New Hampshire, awesome, man. Actually, G-Bon, if you're in New Hampshire, are you going to, what is it, Pintastic? That is in Sturbridge, Massachusetts, because we will be there. I don't believe we're going to be doing a live stream yet, but we will be there selling some shirts and that kind of thing. So if you are close by, make sure you swing out to that. So let's go back to Harlem Globetrotters. Looks like we got somebody starting ball 3 right now. Yeah, awesome, dude. Make sure you come and hang out and say hi to Matt and I. We love meeting everybody. So yeah, absolutely. We'll be up there the entire time actually for Pintastic. This year we're not. We wanted to go to more shows, but with our schedules, we just weren't able to make it. Rocco, what's up, dude? How you doing, man? But next year we're going to be at a heck of a lot more shows.
Yeah,
So,
do you want to interview Cliff? Wait, he's not playing in the tournament. He's not playing in the tournament.
no. Do we want to get Matt on?
Matt's gonna come on. Matt's gonna come on. He's got a new product.
Do we want to switch over to the interview now?
I don't know. He's talking. He's talking.
All right.
He said he's gonna come over. He wants to. So.
All right. We are on.
We're on. Hey, dude. Sorry we were gone.
It's
I'm
all
on the
good.
camera.
Yeah. You're here. You got it right here.
on?
Remember this screen. This screen here.
Okay. Is this new? Did you address this stuff?
Yeah, we did.
Okay.
So, G-Bun, find us. We're on there somewhere. You could probably find us through Rage Tilt.
Dude, I will friend you on Facebook right now.
I don't know how to find
Oh, wait.
people.
Can I friend people through Rage Tilt? Oh, wait. I can't do that.
They should pop up because you have similar interests. If you like our page Rage Tilt on Facebook. If
Yeah.
you like that, I'll be able to see your name and then we can friend you.
yeah.
There you go.
Because
Always
I have
trying
no qualm. I will friend anybody from my personal Facebook. It doesn't matter.
Absolutely. It's all about pinball, if we're being honest. And frankly, it's pretty much all I post anymore is pinball
I'm
stuff.
just going to sit like this the rest of the day.
No, please don't. All right, so just ended ball 2 on Harlem Globetrotters with 61,000 points. Let's see what the current high score on this one is. Let's see, Globetrotters. It's still held by Bob Choate at 763,000 points. So, not bad. Not bad.
We got Coy Morris.
We got Coy Morris in the house.
Coy, hey, if you want a donut, take as many donuts as you want. You want to say hi to the people on the camera? Okay. Swing on by.
So we got Coy Morris
We
here.
got the famous Coy Morris. That's
Hi,
the live screen
everybody.
over there. How's everybody doing? So are you here for the tournament?
I'm here for the tournament and the show.
Okay.
Oh, very cool.
Quite a
Very
few
cool.
games that I've been like the Alice Cooper game.
Yep.
And the Alien I want to play.
Yep.
New Houdini I want to play that.
Yep. Have you played Alice Cooper yet?
This is my first time seeing it.
Yeah, I haven't got the chance to play it either. There was a line on it yesterday. How many games you putting in the tournament so far?
I think I did 9 or 10 or something like
9
that.
already?
Yeah.
Well,
Awesome.
the lines are shorter than you should have seen yesterday. It was
It was
a
long.
mile-long line. I think you were better off waiting until today. You'll get more games in faster today than you did
I
yesterday.
think
It was
maybe
packed.
I'll do a few more and that's it.
Very
For
cool.
a limited amount of money
Yeah,
to play.
absolutely,
Yeah, right.
absolutely. Very cool.
There's
Very cool.
150 people who have already put up scores on in
Yeah.
that competition.
150
Wow,
people.
that's-
Yesterday
That's a
we
lot.
did the match play event, and it was just Friday on free play games. There was 103 people in that one.
Wow.
It's
okay.
insane. Pinball. Play more
Yep.
pinball.
Cool. Well,
Yep.
good luck. Thanks for being
Thank
on the
you.
stream.
Thanks,
How's it
buddy.
going?
All right. So that was the famous Coy Morris. If you've ever seen Special Inlet,
Correct.
He is the star of that.
Fun fact, Coy Morris was the first pinball personality that I was ever starstruck by.
Yeah.
I went over it a little bit yesterday, but essentially what got me into pinball was Beck had purchased me for Christmas, this is like 5 years ago or something. For Christmas, she had bought me a tablet, and I am kind of a Luddite, is that the word when it comes to technology? I'm kind of a Cro-Magnon. She had bought me a tablet, and I might have played hooky from work one day, and I'm sitting at home, and I shouldn't have, because I was sitting at home, and I'm like, I'm so bored. I'm bored, and I'm like, I don't want to watch TV. I don't want to play Xbox. I don't want to do anything. And then I was like, oh, well, she got me this tablet. Let's see what's on there. So I went to the Google Play Store and I found Pinball Arcade. Started playing Pinball Arcade. Really enjoyed that. Then I went and I found the first location I ever found, which was Pinball Parlor in Earlington, out near Earl Bowl, and played pinball there, physical pinball. I was like, this is amazing. And I was hooked ever since. But after that, I'd gone home and started looking up pinball on YouTube and looking up on Netflix and stuff like that. And I found the Special Inlet documentary. And one of the things that really struck me was how passionate like the guys in that documentary.
Yeah.
I know a lot of guys out there, like on forums and things like that, they kind of trash the They're like, oh, they only show the freaks of the pinball world, and I'm like, no, like they show people who love pinball.
Absolutely.
And like that was what really
and
did
we're
it for
all
me.
a little freaks if we're being honest with ourselves and the internet.
Yeah, like that's what really did it for me, was like watching this documentary and saying, oh wait, there's a community here. There's people that are really into this. There's a competitive scene. There's a collecting scene. There's a repair scene. There's just, like it's huge.
Absolutely.
And but one of the things that really struck me was how passionate Coy and those other guys in the documentary were. I'll never when he's standing there, I can't remember what he's playing, but he's standing there and he's like 15 million, and he's so excited. I was like, that's amazing. And then the first year I went to Pinburg,
I think that was Adam's family.
I think it was Adam's family. The first year I went to Pinburg, I saw him. And I was like, oh my God, that's that guy from that documentary. Oh, I gotta get my picture taken with him. I gotta see if I can dig it up. I'll put it on our Facebook page or something. But I walk up to him and I'm like, hey, aren't you Coy? Aren't you that guy from that documentary? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, can I have my picture with you? And he kind of looked at me like, what? And I'm like, can I have my? I was like, I've watched that documentary like 10 times, and I've showed all my friends. Like, can I have my picture? And he's like, yeah, I guess so.
That's awesome.
And I got my picture, and I was the first time I was ever, starstruck.
That's awesome.
At a pinball thing. And then since then, it turns out we've played in the same, we play in a lot of the same leagues and stuff like that. And eventually, you get over that, and you're like, oh, this dude's just a rock solid dude.
And that's the best part, is that the thing that I love about the pinball community is it doesn't matter where you come from, what color you are, what your sexual. The only thing that we will judge you on is your ability to play pinball.
And that's not even true.
And that's not true.
We'll razz each other, but the reality is nobody cares.
No. And it's all about, and that we mentioned this yesterday, it's all about the pursuit of the sport. While you're in a competition, if you're playing head-to-head against somebody, 8 times out of 10 even, they won't give you tips on the game if you don't know it. But as soon as you're done, they're going to be like, look, here's what you wanted to do, this, and that. And I understand how they don't necessarily want to give you all those tips right off the bat, but I've also been in positions where I'm like, I don't know what to do, and somebody's like, oh, before you plunge, let me show you what to do, and blah, blah, blah. And I love that, because you're not going to find that in any other sport.
Well, so in our interview yesterday, I don't know, can they watch the stream from yesterday?
They can go to our videos.
In our video from yesterday, we interviewed Bo and Karens, and one of the questions I'd actually asked him was, I was like, hey, you're a serious competitive pinball player, and there's a lot of serious competitive guys out there, but you go out there and you make pinball tutorial videos. You literally make videos that teach people how to beat you at a competitive sport that you're playing in.
Exactly.
Why would you do that? And his answer was essentially, well, A, you can't hide it. He's like, you can't. He's like, yeah, I could.
That's a good point.
Yeah, you can't hide it because someone will eventually, especially in the day of YouTube now, you're not going to be able to hide your strategy because everyone's going to see it. So why not share it? Why not share it? And then in that sharing, you're helping people get better. As people get better, they're going to play more,
Absolutely.
and they're going to bring more people into the hobby.
And then it goes back to the old thing where you're not going to get better unless you're playing bigger people. And it kind of bothers me sometimes, and I fall prey to it too, where we show up to a tournament and we get recognized because of our beards, and we've been doing all right, knock on wood, recently. So people are like, oh crap, here's Matt and Chris, they're here to kill us. No, that's not. I do that too every now and then. Even this morning or yesterday when I saw Bowen, I was like, well, there's the winner. Bowen Cairns is here. But if you don't play those guys, every good player I've ever played, I picked up a piece of how they play. Nathaniel Gibson and Ken Martin, and even your cool, calm, collected ability to let that ball bounce between those flippers, it gives me anxiety. I can't do that. But the fact that you're able to inspires me and gives me confidence that I can be like, okay, this is something that I can do, and allow that ball to bounce up and have.
Well, it's the same. It's the same for me. I was not a nudger until because when I first started playing, I would never nudge machines, and if I did, it was always too little, too late. This guy is the moment he got into pinball.
Got me into pinball.
I got him into pinball, and then the moment he gets into pinball, he's like, wait, I can hit this thing, and now he beats games like they owe him money.
I do.
It's ridiculous.
I do.
He smashed. That's where the name of the company came from. Because he'll just get so mad, and he'll just wrench a machine. There's too many streams where we have to pause the stream because we have to move the machine back into the camera.
And that's my fault.
I picked that up from him. So now my nudge game is way better on point.
Yeah.
Because it's like, hey, he can pick up some of the calm game from me, but I can pick up some of the more aggressive game from him.
Yeah, absolutely. And we did a couple streams on No Fear a couple weeks ago or a month ago, where we're doing flipper techniques on how to do drop catches and that kind of stuff, you know, and there's a lot into it. So, and that's the one thing that I love is that if you're a casual player, that's cool. But if you're, obviously you're into pinball at some level if you're playing casually, but if you're into competitiveness, there's always somebody to learn from. You know, to give you an example, when we were doing Attack from Mars, and I watched, after you hit the lock shot and it kicks off into that left lane,
you hit the
ball
lock,
rail.
it kicks on the left rail.
And it comes down. Nathaniel was holding the left flipper up, and as soon as it would come down, he would just give it a little nudge forward, and it would pop cleanly right over to that right flipper. And it's like, well, I'm a very analytical person, so when I think of it from like a pragmatic standpoint, I'm like, well, duh, that's absolutely something you could do. But having seen it, then I'm like, oh, I actually can do that, and that's a way for me to get better. So instead of doing a post pass, you can just on the fly. Or when, and speaking of which, Bo and Karen's, when I watched him do the Game of Thrones tutorial, and I saw that he could hit the Stark ramp from the right flipper, I was like, well, I couldn't do it. I didn't think that I could do it, and it's all about what you think you can do in this game. I didn't think I could, and then I watched him do it, and I'm like, oh, well, yeah, now I just got to practice, and I can rip it right up that every single time. You know, I love this community so much.
You're right, Moose.
You're
absolutely right. Also, G-Bond, most of the guys from Southern NH Pinball will be. Are we going to Pintastic?
Yeah, that's in Sturbridge, Massachusetts, man.
We're going, man. I'm just checking.
You got to come hang out with us.
I draw the pictures.
That's the guy that I sold.
I draw the pictures and I talk on the camera. I don't know anything else.
That guy that just walked by? That's the guy that we sold Gottlieb Volcano to.
Yeah, absolutely.
The ball guy right
Yep.
Look at that dude in the Iron Maiden mask. Can anybody see that?
That's, I think that's Steve Boughton.
Is it?
He had an Iron Maiden mask. I don't know if he has more
You
of
can
them.
see him on the camera, that big white hairdo, somebody walking around in an Eddie mask. That's
fantastic. Everybody.
That's fantastic.
Oh, man. Moose 9000, welcome. Thank you for hanging out with us. And it is the best community. I love that, you know, you run into the same people at these shows and you know, the people, the vendors and whatnot. Everybody's looking out for everybody else. It's fantastic. I love being a part of this. And you know, that as silly as it sounds, me and Matt, we actually work together at our 9-to-5 job as well as we own this company together.
With Beck.
Who's
over there doing the actual hard work.
Yep, she's doing the Lord's work over there. But you know, I forget where I was going with that.
It's all right.
I just had a brain fart.
Things we're planning on doing today, just to kind of give you a play-by-play. We should be getting hopefully some more of our sponsors in. We'll cover them in a minute. Some more of our sponsors in for some more interviews. We're also planning on we picked up a couple people yesterday, just players, and that's something we've been talking about for a while that I like to do. Is instead of I think we just sold out of a shirt size.
Yay!
Well, instead of just interviewing famous people, we want to get more players, and we had Lewis in yesterday, and that guy was fantastic. I think we're going to get Jerry Kroboth, right?
Jerry F. Kroboth.
Yeah, we're going to get him in.
And just FYI, G-Bond has challenged you to a game of Kiss. So,
I was saying, I will open a kissing booth anywhere. I will. I mean,
don't tempt him with a good time.
$2 to $5, depending on how much I like you.
But which Kiss? Are we talking Bally Kiss or Stern Kiss? Because
I would do either. I have been falling in love with Bally Kiss lately. You know, I love Stern Kiss. I love Stern Kiss, but Bally Kiss has become, I don't want to say one of my favorite games, but it's moved up significantly on my list.
I agree, and I was able to pull off a win against Nathaniel Gibson on Bally Kiss on Tuesday, which I came in 5th at that tournament, which is the best I've done at Pinball Gallery, and
which we're not named, like you guys might not. He's not super famous, but he's a top 200 player. He's a really good player.
He is a great player, and that's, I feel spoiled here. You know, when people up in New Hampshire
they got some good players.
They do, but I mean, I feel spoiled in our area just because when we're a sponsor of the Philip Pinball Selfie League. There's 13 locations that we have pins
with pinball
at.
Down here. If you guys can get down to the Philadelphia area, just to kind of go over, we have the Pinball Gallery in Malvern, 65, 75 plus machines on location, almost all of them on free play. We have Pin Crossing, another one of our sponsors. Usually they have 10 to 12 games, and those 10 to 12 games are on gorgeous shape. We have Pinball Parlor. The games there, we're honest here, the games aren't in the best condition, but the guy has a ridiculous collection of AAA title games, and then he also has a pretty large video arcade downstairs and a really big EM room. upstairs, which is really nice. We have, what else do we have around here? In Philadelphia itself, we have Barcade, we have North Bowl, we have South Bowl, we have
Pinball University.
University Pinball.
There you go, Arcade.
Yeah, most of those locations in Philly have 5 or more games. We are spoiled, and then like
Village Arcade as well.
Yeah,
We've got the
Village Arcade is so
we've got
good.
the new one in Downingtown.
Yep, new arcade in Downingtown.
There's so much pinball in this area. Like I said, I feel spoiled.
But if you want to stream, we'll absolutely let you know. Yeah, cool.
But yeah, so we
want to jump in now? Yeah. Do you want out, or do you want me to jump out? Steve's gonna come in for a little bit.
do we want to do an interview before we bring somebody on?
Well, I don't think anybody's ready for an interview.
Okay. Well then, I'll jump out of here.
He's gonna jump. I'll stay.
What is your high game on Kiss Stern?
Oh Jesus, I don't know. I have no idea. I'm being transparent. I have no idea. But I will absolutely play him. So what we're